Hello there, everybody. Welcome back to another Topical Tuesday. This is the video of the week on Tuesday that drops, where we take a look at the Lost Ark Games subreddit over the last week. And we just kind of see what people have been talking about, what's been popular, what's been posted, and I kind of just give my thoughts and things. Look, man, if you're new here, that's what it's about. If you're not new here, you already know what it's about. And of course, if that doesn't sound like your thing, no worries. I will not hate you. I love each and every one of you regardless. But if you're sticking around, like the video, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let's get into it. I have been very busy this week, and I don't think I've looked at the Lost Ark subreddit, like, at all. I mean, I haven't really looked at any subreddit, like, at all. Like I said, I've been kind of busy this week. Let's take a look here at some of the top stuff. KR fantasy theme live stream. That's interesting. We'll just kind of open up these. Oh yeah, the August patch notes. I totally forgot that's happening today. Okay, cool. So I think this video will probably just mostly be the patch then. So, okay. Let's start with this, and then we'll move this here as well. Okay, let's start with the patch notes. So let's take a look. Lost Ark Rise of the Valkyrie. Valkyrie is about to descend upon Arcasia. 2 a.m. my time. Holy. 4 hours? I don't know why. 4 hours just seems a little optimistic. But maybe they got it, you know? Maybe. Maybe they got it. And also Golden Frog. It was kind of teased this week earlier. But I guess it's, like, hard confirmed. I mean, it was basically hard confirmed, but, like, it's hard confirmed, obviously, since it says it's coming. Prestige shop and all that as well. New class, though. This is the big meat and potatoes that most people are probably looking forward to. It's new class Valkyrie, also known as female paladin. Yeah. No surprises there. If you're excited for her, you already know. If you're not excited for her, you also probably already know, and that's why you're not excited. This female paladin, man. Trust point system. Trust point system allows players to earn trust through gold-consuming growth activities, and the amount of trust held affects transaction fees and whether trades with other players are allowed. Trust decreases when trading gold via mail or personal trades with other expedition teams. If users' trust is insufficient, users may be restricted from trading gold with other expeditions via mail or personal trades. The goal of the system is to combat RMT while ensuring the average player behavior is not heavily impacted. Interesting. Trust is applied on an account-wide basis. Trust deduction details. The original 5% fee is applied the same as before, regardless of the system. With mail system, trust decreases based on the amount of gold sent. If the trust is insufficient, an additional fee equal to 25% of the missing trust will be charged. Example, with 1,000 trust when sending 5,000 gold, 4,000 gold without trust will have an additional 1,000 gold fee, 25% of 4,000. If you don't have enough gold to pay the fee, you can't send the mail. If gold-attached mail is returned or retrieved, the previously deducted trust is restored. So is it just, like, essentially another currency, but for trading gold? Am I crazy to see it like that? Because that's what it sounds like to me. It's, like, specifically Fions, but for gold. Because it goes down. Right? Yeah, it even says here, payment request. Trust decreases based on the amount of gold requested. If you don't have enough gold to pay the fee, you can't retrieve attached items or send payments. And then personal gold transfers. Trust decreases based on the amount of gold sent to others. If you don't have enough gold to pay the fee, you can't proceed with the personal transfer. Am I crazy for them to call this trust? Isn't this just, like, another currency that applies to only gold? Am I crazy? Trust increases when you consume normal or bound gold via the following: gear honing, accessory refinement. So basically anything that's like roster-bound progression. 1 normal gold used is +1 trust. 1 roster-bound gold is 0.1 trust. 1 character-bound gold is 0.1 trust. Initial trust values have been granted retroactively based on highest item level among your characters and karma rank level among your... It's so strange to me. I wonder how this will end up, like, being in actuality. Because obviously they need to do something to combat the, like, rampant amounts of, like, gold trading through RMT. I'm just not necessarily sure if this is it. Because this just sounds like Fions, but for gold. And you can't buy them, you have to spend gold to get them. I guess you are buying them in a sense, but you know what I mean. Like, you have to, like, hone gear or, like, refine accessories and shit. You can't just, like, spend gold on the marketplace. Or, like, buy blue crystals, you know what I mean? Which, again, in theory makes perfect sense, but I don't know. I guess I just have to see how this plays out. I don't know. This is very strange to me. Changes to market auction due to trust point system. When listing certain items in the market or auction house, upper price limit for market auction is now applied to prevent excessive overpricing beyond the standard trade ranges. So basically, is it like a grand exchange type deal, almost, in a sense? So I guess on the grand exchange, you can list things for whatever the hell you want. It just will never sell. If the price exceeds the upper limit, it will be automatically adjusted at the input stage. So I guess this is to, like, limit people from listing, like, 500k gold tier 1 accessories or whatever, right? I get that. I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing, though they could probably have just capped it specifically to those tiers of accessories, right? Price cap may vary for the same item depending on its sub-options and trading value. See, this is what I mean. I don't know about this necessarily. Because you start getting into this weird situation where if it's not done correctly, it can start limiting, like, real trades or whatever. Like, putting price caps on, like, real items that maybe shouldn't have them. But again, it's not to say that people can't also trade junk like tier 4 accessories, which is why I think they're doing this. I don't know, which, again, I think this whole system, you're just gonna have to kind of play it out and see how it works in practice, because I'm not sure. I definitely see some issues with it, potentially, but I see the good that they're trying to do as well. So I don't know, one of those things that I'm just gonna have to, like, wait and see and kind of play it by ear or whatever. And then loot auctions. Items that appear via loot auction have a price cap set at 1,000% of the average winning bid over the past 7 days. If it had a 7-day average of 1,000 or 100 gold, the cap is set to 1,000 gold. You can't place a bid above the cap. If another player has already placed a bid at the cap, no further bids are allowed. Interesting. Interesting. Fees applied to only winning bids over 100,000 gold was before, and now it's fees applied to the entire winning bid amount, which I guess would make sense because they're capping it. Honor rewards from in-game content are excluded from the price cap, like MVP backgrounds. Okay. Following guaranteed loot drops from tier 3 has been removed. Triangle, Ivory Tower, Theamine, Vault through Theamine. Mounts from Theamine Phase 3 and 4 may appear in loot auctions if at a set probability. So basically they're removing, like, the random loot drops. Interesting. Interesting. Mail system supports cross-gold server transfers. Interesting. Changes to Ebony Cube. There are changes to the Ebony Cube and how it interacts with Paradise. This change will double the gems provided by the cube, but reduce cube ticket drop rate by half in all places, including the guild shop and dispatches. We think this change will make the Ebony Cube more exciting to play. It won't. It'll just make you have to do it less, which is good, but it's not going to make it more exciting. That's crazy talk. You're not doing anything. You're just changing the rates. And it will also help decrease the amount of homework content with the addition of Paradise. I mean, yeah, that's the big thing, which is good. Don't get me wrong. More exciting to play is such a funny way to phrase this, because it's not. Like, objectively, it's not. Ebony Cube tickets and players' inventories will be exchanged at a 2-to-1 ratio to reflect the upcoming changes. Players with cube tickets in their inventory will have tickets automatically converted. Odd number of tickets will be rounded up. Tier 4 tickets in the cube selection chest will be converted into a fragment. Sorry, my eyes stopped working. At an exchange vendor, 2 fragments can be exchanged for an Ebony Cube ticket at the original level of the fragment. There will be a first unlock fragment, second unlock fragment, third unlock fragment. Excess or remaining fragments can be exchanged for silver. Please note that the cube change only applies to Tier 4. Interesting. While it was previously announced that the Ebony Cube would include doubled rewards, we had an unfortunate misunderstanding regarding the specifics of doubled rewards, which applied to the game rewards. We are still excited about the changes, cutting down the amount of homework while increasing the player agency by letting everyone decide the path for their tickets, exchanging them for health keys, or choosing to go with the increased amount of gems provided by the Ebony Cube. We know this is miscommunication, put a dent in the otherwise huge amount of excitement, so we're going to give out a compensation for players regardless of how many cube tickets they've stocked up. So basically, the only rewards from the cube that are getting doubled are the gem boxes, if I'm understanding this correctly. And then this is the exchange ratio for Ebony Cube tickets to Hell Keys, and they're giving out Hell Key chests as a compensation. And then the additional updates, Prestige Shop provides bonus items in-game purchases. Check out the full list in-game. Prestige Shop will provide 10% of Royal Crystals spent in-game as Prestige Points, which can be exchanged for a variety of rewards in the Prestige Shop. It's important to note that the Prestige Points are not awarded for Steam DLC or MTX items, or for purchased items with crystals. This will retroactively apply to past Royal Crystal expenditures. Very cool. They definitely didn't have to do this, though it would have been stupid if they didn't. I'm just glad that they did. Some mount stuff, some paradise stuff, Hyper Awakening in Tier 3. Alright, neat. New events and rewards. You got the Rise of the Valkyrie event. This is like the, not express event, but like the, I guess, accommodating, like, honing effect event, if that makes sense. It starts at 1640, ends at 1681. Event Power Pass, you got the Maharaka Festival, she's back. The Twinkle Twinkle Exchange event, the Golden Frog. You got Relic Engraving Selector Bound. Okay, interesting. 3 tradable relic pouches. Relic engraving pouches, excuse me. Valkyrie launch skins, Valkyrie legendary skins. You got more suit skins. We do not have enough of these. There's only like 300 million of them. You got new hairstyles. You can be a K-pop boy of your dreams. Or a, I don't know, anime girl. And then you got the balance updates, whatever they did here. I'm not going to go over them. I will scroll through, though, in case you want to look and you want to pause and see. It's just the 3 support classes. Paladin, Bard, and Artiste. Let's see what the people are saying. What do we got here? I wonder if we get new rewards from the festival events in the reward shop. 07 Busters and Rice Farmers. I assume Busters won't be effective since the gold they spend gold to hone and stuff. Their tax will just go up and then down. Rice Farmer alts, on the other hand, will get 25% less gold. Yeah, this is what I mean. I don't know how in, like, actuality this is gonna play out. It's just one of those things that I think I'm just gonna have to look and see how it ends up looking. Because I see the good, and I see the good intention, and I also see, like, potential problems. I just don't know if those potential problems are actually problems, and I also don't know if the potential things this is trying to solve will actually be solved. T4 tickets in the cubes, we don't open them. Odd number of tickets in boxes, open one, or else it can be converted to silver. Odd number of tickets on character, rounded up. I see. They're talking about the fragments, because you can only get a certain amount of fragments, and then if you have leftover fragments, you can only trade them for silver. I see, I see. Trust system is here finally. Is the upper limit on market items and loot auctions going to affect buses? I mean, I think that's the idea, right? It's a way around busing and also, like, tax-free gold exchange or less tax gold exchange. I don't know. We'll have to see. Apparently in Korea this went over well, though, so I don't know. We'll see. We will see. We will see how it plays out. Big sad news from Russia. X2 rewards of Cube T4 applies only to gem boxes. The remaining rewards in the T4 Cube will not change. Yeah, that's what we just read, right? Only the gem boxes got doubled. I swear it's impossible for Smilegate to make a QOL change without screwing over the player somehow. Back when they removed Ghost Ship and changed the Chaos Gate, they removed the easy way to get Guardian, Luen's, and Akan cards. When they changed the boss to his cube, the exchange rate so shit that anybody who didn't do the tickets beforehand lost out on a lot. If you didn't use your Chaos Dungeon potions before the change 3 times per week for shards, you lost out on a ton of shards. Now we have this. Yeah. Is rough, man. Is rough, man. Communication sometimes just doesn't hit the mark, especially when they miscommunicate entirely. Or people get, like, ideas based on, like, things that have been said, but taking it as if it meant something completely different. Because I don't know initially what was said about, like, the rewards. Like, did they just say, like, all of the rewards were doubled? I honestly don't know, and I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I know. But if they did, then obviously that's bad. If they just specifically said there would be 2 times gem boxes and then people extrapolated that into being like all rewards, again, that's kind of on Smilegate and Amazon for not being like, hey, that's not what we mean. But also, you know, I don't know. It sucks. Hot take, these should drop in solo mode now. Wings? Yeah, 100%. Do they not? I don't know why the vanity mounts and shit are so weirdly difficult to get, even when it's like dead content like Kyangal. Ran this for a year on full roster and have neither to show for it. Yeah, I also ran this on so many characters every week for the longest time, and I don't have either of these. That's funny. Funny in a sad way. Live stream tomorrow, 8:14. I wonder what the live stream was. Just skins or something? I assume it's probably just skins. But, fantasy skins, we need more of them for sure. Big support. 2 days and we can finally rest. The people swapping over to Valkyrie. And then 6 months later. What class is that, Dragon Knight? Woo! I'm gonna need a source for this? Holy moly. Avert your eyes, children. There was some titties. They told me to just tap it. Yeah, that's what happens if you just tap it in my experience. But at least you got the 25. Congrats, man. Oh, we have fun here. With that, I think that'll be it for today. Thank you so much for watching, as always, and spending some time with me. Like the video if you like it, subscribe. I'll see you guys all in the next one next week, or in the next video tomorrow if you watch my other videos. No worries if not, though. Thank you to my YouTube members, Remix My Life, I'm Nufu, It's Biscuits, Ender Diz. I'll see you guys all later. Bye!